All right, so the question I have for you today is, do you have a great idea for a side hustle, but you're just not sure where to start or whether you should start? Or maybe you're just afraid to move forward. Today I want to share with you some of the reasons why everyone should have a side hustle in place and why it's so important to building wealth and building freedom into your life. Let's do this. Hey, my name is Jim Hart. I'm a founding attorney here at Hawthorn Law, where we help you, the online business owner, to get your legal house in order so that you can focus on what you do best, and that is building a business that's truly going to make a difference in the world. Now, a lot of you that I'm talking to out there probably, you might not have an online business yet, and that's okay. You could still be working at your 9 to 5, trying to figure out how to develop a side hustle, not sure whether a side hustle is the right thing for you to do or not. I see a lot of people that are really afraid to start an online business. I'm not sure why this is. Maybe it's uncertainty, maybe they're worried about the legal ramifications. There could be a lot of reasons why people are nervous about the idea of starting an online business. But I'm here to tell you today that you absolutely positively need to have a side hustle for your business. And there's a number of reasons why. I want to go through 3 of them in particular today. So if you're on the fence about whether or not this is something that you want to do moving into 2021, I'm here to tell you you absolutely need to do that. And the very first reason is for the tax savings. Let's take an example, shall we? This is my phone. This is an iPhone. It's actually an iPhone 10. When I bought this phone, I don't remember how much they cost, but let's say an iPhone is what, like $800, $1,000? I'm not sure what they cost yet. This is an iPhone 10. Now we're on 12. I don't know how much these things cost. Let's assume, for sake of argument, that you want to go out, that you do not have a side hustle, and you want to go out and buy an iPhone. Now, that iPhone, let's assume it's going to cost you $1,000. If you want to go out and buy that iPhone, you're going to need to earn somewhere around, let's assume you're in a 20% tax bracket. So you're going to have to go out and earn, hold on, I'm not good at the math. Take out my trusty HP 12C. So you're going to have to earn $1,250 to buy a phone that's worth $1,000. And that's if you're in a 20% tax bracket, because you'd have to earn $1,250. 80% of that is $1,000 to buy that phone. Let's take same phone, and let's say you want to buy this and you use this phone for your business. I use this phone all the time. I probably use this phone more for business than almost anything else I have. I scan documents with this. I place calls to clients with this. I use a number of apps for this. So almost, most of the time I'm using this phone in my business. If I wanted to purchase the same iPhone for my business for $1,000, the way this works is I would need to earn, if I earned that same $1,250 and I wanted to use that to buy a phone, and let's assume that I'm in the 20% tax bracket, well, I would go out and earn $1,250, and then I would take $1,250 and I would spend $1,000 to buy the phone, and then I'd be left with $250. And that $250 I'd pay 20% tax on, taking back my trusty calculator, leaving me with $200. So now I've got the phone and I've got $200 in my pocket because I bought that phone for my business, because that is a legitimate write-off for the business. Same thing if I wanted to buy this camera or the microphone or the computer that I have or the monitor I have or the lights that are showing up right here, or whatever I need to purchase. If it's related to my business, or in your case, your side hustle, it's something that can legitimately be written off, and you're going to save yourself money on taxes versus buying that device with after-tax dollars. You can buy that product with pre-tax dollars, write it off, and keep the difference. That is the number one reason why you absolutely must start a side hustle. Even if it's something like you decide, you want to invest in real estate, or you want to start a blog and you want to put some ads on your blog, something like that, as long as there's a legitimate business purpose to your side hustle and you're anticipating making money or even are making money from that business, then you're going to be able to write off these items as a legitimate tax write-off. The number 2 reason that you really need to start a side hustle or think about starting a side hustle is because oftentimes when people start side hustles, especially as online businesses, you're going to be able to leverage your time. So if you start off and let's say you're selling like a $20 ebook, which was all the craze several years ago, whether or not it's still a good idea today, not going to get into, but let's say you want to sell a $20 ebook on your website. You build a website, you've got somewhat of a following. Now you're selling this $20 ebook. It doesn't matter if you sell 1 or if you sell 100. Once you've created it and you've put it out there, now all of a sudden you're leveraging your time because you're making that money while you sleep. That's the way online business works. That's the beauty of this. Whenever I post a new video on YouTube, it's not coincidence that my AdSense revenue goes up because I get more views on that video, I get more views on my other videos, and over time, my AdSense revenue, which is very passive, Google deposits that check into my bank account every single month. That AdSense revenue continues to go up and up and up. The more viewers, the more subscribers, the more views I have on my channel. If you're thinking about starting an online business, the second reason that you really need to start an online business is because it's going to allow you to leverage your time. And it's going to take a while to get there, but once you get to the point where you have enough of an asset base built up in terms of followers, in terms of products that you might be selling, in terms of videos on your YouTube channel, in terms of podcasts that you've done, whatever it is that you're doing in terms of your online business, once you get to that critical mass where you're starting to generate revenue, the revenue is just going to come from there, and that's a really cool feeling. And I'll tell you, the first time you generate passive revenue in your sleep and you wake up and you figure out that there's money in your bank account because of something you did online, it's an amazing feeling. You'll never feel the same from there. And that really goes along to the third reason why you really need a side hustle, and that's because it increases your earning potential. If you're working at a job where you're getting paid, let's say $20 an hour, $25 an hour, and you want to earn some additional money for a down payment on a house or to buy a car or to buy some rental properties or to invest in the stock market or just to buy, gifts during the holiday time. And let's say you need a big chunk of change. Well, the only way you're going to be able to do that is working more hours at your job. But at some point, you're going to reach a critical mass where you're not going to be able to work anymore. Whether it's 80 hours, 100 hours, whatever it is, eventually you're going to burn out. You're not going to be able to sustain that, and your earning capacity is going to be limited by working at that job. Versus a side hustle, let's say you decide that you need an extra $5,000 or $10,000 to use as a down payment, or like I said, maybe you want to buy a house and you need that down payment for the house, or for a rental property or something like that, and you need $5,000 or $10,000 or $20,000. If you want that money, you can go out and get it. You can say, you know what? I can post more videos to my YouTube channel and I can get that revenue coming in from my YouTube channel, and then it's going to continue on after that. Or let's say you decide, well, I'm going to do a launch for a course that I've created and I'm going to do another webinar, and that's going to bring in that amount of money. You can very easily bring in $5,000 or $10,000 or $20,000, or a lot of people bring in a lot more than that by doing a simple webinar or something like that where you're selling a product that you've created based on your knowledge and your skills and your experience. That's the third reason that you really need to start a side hustle, because you'll be able to leverage your time and you'll be able to create these big bursts of funds in your life that are going to really help to supplement your income and will also help to grow your wealth and your freedom and everything else that comes along with it. So let me just ask you a question. Ask yourself right now, what is something you could do right now that would earn you an extra $5,000 or $10,000? Think of a skill you might have. Think of something you enjoy doing that you can share with the world, something like that, and go out and do it and just get started. For right now, don't worry about the legal stuff. I've done lots of videos about the legal aspects of building your online business. You can check those out later. Just write down your ideas, get started, do it today. I challenge you to do that. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you're doing. Would love to hear from you. that's it for today. Thanks so much. If you'd like to learn more about entrepreneurship and wealth building, I've got another video right here. Have a great day, folks. We'll see you in the next video.